Hang on a minute. Yeah, it's going, so.
No, I just think it's just so nice, eh?
Yeah, it's real nice.
Oh, maybe I'll have a go. It's like getting your work done for you.
Yeah,
like,
pretty much.
It's real cool. It's like, what is it, Tom Sawyer? Does that?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Tom
it's
Sawyer.
fucking is that.
He's like, I'll let you
Yeah.
this fence and like.
You give me an apple.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
Just like Rock
Makes it sound
really funny
great.
'cause I
Makes
looked
it
at
sound
it
like some
Korean.
fantastic. Makes it sound like some fantastic deal. And you're like, okay, what's so good about paying the fence? It must be good if it costs me an apple.
because it's actually so true. You know, like the things that people do that they don't think much about,
Yeah.
or think it's a shit
If people
job.
have to pay for something, though, they kind of appreciate what they get out of it sometimes.
Yeah, even if when you're not paid, it's just like being able to do something that you haven't been able to do, you haven't even like known about.
Well, it's a
You know,
new way
like-
of experiencing it and viewing that experience. you
Yeah,
know?
that's the thing about like being in the army. Like it's a fucking shit experience because you get beaten up every day. But you know, like just try to look at it from like a different angle. You know, like fuck, nobody would even think about doing this kind of shit, or like imagine this kind of fucking place. You know, like it's fucking buzzy. Yeah, like fucking 150 odd people like all training at the same time, like fucking shouting and screaming and shit like with the shield, and like they would like cut wood up because our barracks was sort of surrounded by this forest with huge trees and stuff. So they would cut up trees and they would try to be like protesters and like act it out like a scenario, and that's how we trained at times as well. And like, they would try to hit us and we'd have to protect ourselves with shields, and we would make like huge rocks and throw it and our full gear.
That's crazy.
And did you like actually do ride control? Or was it all training?
Training and real rides as well.
Man.
We used to throw up because we had to like push our boundaries and like
Yeah.
they didn't let us stop, so
Yeah, it
I
makes
used to
you
throw up.
physically sick.
I didn't throw up
Yeah.
many times, but we had heaps of people throwing up every time because it was just so hard, and just like before breakfast we had to like make our beer like in a minute and shit, like be out there in the field and do like morning number checks and shit, and like sing army songs and run in the field, and just after that, like the people that hadn't been there for long had to like be punished, and by being punished was sprinting to the riot bus that we had, like, and like touching it and then being back, sprinting back, and we had to do it over and over, and you had to be the first one to get in, otherwise you had to do it over and over. And I usually got there and, you know, quite close, so like, but you'd run so much, this is like early in the morning, like before breakfast, before anything, like you'd be like showering with your sweat and shit, like before breakfast, and your breakfast like tastes so nice, but sometimes it's just going over the top, so actually you feel like throwing up.
Yeah.
So
I've had that.
like breakfast, you know, like real buzzy. Yeah.
I've only ever once like kind of had to do so much physical activity that it actually made me throw up. Like it did.
Yeah,
Like
I
because
know.
it makes you physically ill.
Because I know about that shit, you know.
Yeah,
like, Fucking. Yeah, I know. It's like you do throw up, you know.
Yeah.
But it was really interesting because I wanted to faint, you know. I wanted to fucking stop, you know. The fucking thing is like you can do so much exercise and you probably throw up, but you hardly faint. It's really hard for a human body to faint. You know, like or like break down, like or die. You know, I felt so like you can actually push your boundaries a certain point. Like be amazed at what your body can do actually. Like,
I'm so glad this is on video, man.
pardon?
I'm so glad this is on video. This is like a really good idea. This is a really good idea, like having just someone come and paint and like film it. And like
actually
this
being
conversation.
interviewed,
Yeah. Like this started off talking about the painting, and then we're talking about like fucking exercising until you throw up and becoming an army.
Yeah.
Like how do you get from there to there?
Watch the video, find out the connections.
Yeah.
I used to
I
one of my friends gave me this like quite interesting like BBC series at one point. It's called Connections. It's just this like guy who kind of he starts at one point and like shows you all the connections of like science and technology and stuff which actually led to that one thing existing in our world today.
And
it was
BBC.
Yeah, it's pretty old. Like maybe about like 10-15 years old or something. It was pretty interesting.
That's like the 90s.
Yeah.
So like I like stuff from the 90s.
It was good.
good, eh? Oh, I would love to see her.
That'd be awesome, eh?
Bro, like, have you seen my cat power t-shirt?
Bro, it's just
Chan.
like I drew her on the t-shirt and
Bro,
I wrote Chan
hang on.
it. I've got a couple like it. I've got one that says Lars as well.
I could so fucking kiss her, right?
Yeah, she's a babe.
Oh.
She's a real babe.
Just because of voice, you know?
What? I can't hear you. Nah. I need it though, my phone's gonna die. Sorry.
That's alright.
How am I doing? Good. Real good.
Fantastically good.
That's such a good idea. Like all of today. I reckon
It's been a
real
good day,
man.
yeah.
Fucking good day.
You're really
Even
optimistic.
hanging out with you guys is fucking awesome.
Thanks, man.
Chill.
Yeah, real interesting.
Yeah.
No, you guys are.
And you're good looking.
Oh, cheers, bro. So are you? Good looking bunch of people hanging out.
Yeah, I know,
But we actually nice inside as well, yeah?
Yeah.
You know, it adds...
Not just the outlook, you know?
Yeah,
But you know, you have to admit, it does add something to the situation.
Like being good looking.
Yeah.
I spoke to fucking Dominic.
You like want to film people?
Yeah.
Cheers for saying fucking I'm good
Not
looking.
just record this.
Yeah.
Nah. Yeah, but our flat is real attractive. It's real awesome. Like, Hannah is such a babe. And Kelly's a real babe as well. She's Asian.
I don't mind whether she's Caucasian or Asian or African or whatever.
No, I'm kidding. I'm just teasing. Oh, did you just put paint on me?
Yeah, bro. I did it on myself as well. It means a good thing. It's like Avatar. Cheers, bro.
Everything's like